you know, only a matter of time before I'm, you know, in bigger fights, and you know, there's a lot more interest. I'm building my name here in the States. I think, you know, a lot of people know me back home, but a lot more people get to know me here. So, you know, I'm happy for that, and you know, I just want to keep on training hard and getting in the right fights and giving the fans what they want to see, exciting fights. They call me Mexican Joe or the Juggernaut, and you know, what comes with those names is exciting fights. So that's what I love about boxing. You know, I love the training and I love fighting. And
he's never going to be in a boring fight, is he? With his style, he's never going to make you bored. Ever.
He's never going to get out of the first round.
Well,
he's been winning.
I don't know
He's been knocking everybody out. That was a compliment. He's knocking everybody out.
No, but it's entertainment, isn't it? I think he entertained people for however long he was in the ring earlier, and that's what he's come here to do.
I think he's ready for like a Luis Ortiz. I think he's ready.
We said this last time. You didn't believe me. You looked like me. I was crazy, didn't you? And I tell you, he's ready for him. Luis Ortiz looked. He's a skilled boxer. He really is. Like, you can't overlook someone like him. He's an incredible fighter. But I think, how old is he? 40 years old? 41? No, I'm asking, how old is he? He's a lot older than I think he's a lot. Listen to me.
They're both pretty old.
Joe brings the heat for that pace that he set in the first round. I promise you, he can maintain that pace, and he's got another gear in him. I think Luis Ortiz's old legs would need some WD-40 on them for that fight. I'm telling you, it's factual. He would put him out. I'm telling you that.
Well, let me say this.
I'm not saying he won't round. I'm just saying he would punch his face in. I really do believe that.
I asked Richard Schaefer. He says he would love to have it next. Then I asked Abel. He said he would like it in a couple more fights. So
Abel, oh yeah, okay. Abel said that then. Let's talk about Manuel Char as well. Manuel Char is a real possibility as well. So whether we have to go to Germany or we bring him over to the UK or it's in America, it doesn't matter. The result will be the same.
Abel, right here in the front. If I could just get your comments on what did you think about his performance tonight and this whole fighting Luis Ortiz pretty silly?
No, it's not silly. His performance. These are the kind of fights for the coaches that are learning fights. These are the fights that prepare us for the winner of tonight, or who should have won tonight in the main event. He fought well. He did exactly what we worked on. He did exactly the left hook is a left hook that I've been working on with him because it was different than he used to throw it before. But we fought a tough guy. We fought a guy with only 2 losses. We fought a guy that went 10 rounds with Derek Rossi. Derek Rossi at the time when they fought was one of the spoilers in the division, and yet he made this guy look like he was nothing in there. I think we have a couple fights before we challenge somebody like Ortiz, but when we do challenge him, he'll knock him out. Ortiz doesn't have the talent to stay there with Joe.
Joe actually talked about training with Abel Sanchez up in Big Bear. As we saw, Golovkin was here, so he was obviously supporting a stablemate at the time. But just talk to us about that atmosphere and the other fighters that have trained up there. We saw Fury was there for a couple of weeks for this fight, and you know there's Triple G, Gassiev, and so many other champions up there as well.
Yeah, it's like Abel's got the formula. He's got you know, the formula for making champions, and you know, we're all like you know, high level. Got great sparring there, and you know, we all train hard, and you know, it's good to be in a, you know, like a busy gym with you know, great champion, you know, up and coming champions and current champions like you know, Golovkin. He loves. I got a present for you, Joe, and he comes and brings some weights and shows me some other exercise. So, and you know, we're running every morning, and I think the altitude and you know, the fresh air in Big Bear and the solitude and the camaraderie is all things that, you know, help building champions.
Abel, your assessment of Joe when he's training and when he's sparring and just on the mitts with you, your assessment of him.
You know, he fits the mold that what we're trying to do up there in Big Bear. Gennady being in the gym at the beginning when he first got there, it kind of showed Joe the kind of work ethic that a champion on his level has, and Joe took to it. He trains hard, he works hard, He's got a smile on his face when he's there. That's so important. It's so important to be in a good mood.
One final question for me. You think all that training is really worth it when it's only just one round?
Of course. That's why it was one round.
Yeah.
That's exactly why. Yeah.
Joe, there's a point in the fight where you had him hurt and you kind of let him off the hook for a second. Like, the referee didn't get it in the middle. Was that just a mental lapse, or?
No, I was a bit confused. I thought he was getting a count. I was like, I don't know, but maybe it was good. I gave him a bit of time to recover, and then I could like set up something else.
I mean, the knockout came very quickly after that. But was that something that you'd give him hell for if he made it back to the end of the round, Abel?
No, actually, I showed him some several weeks ago. We were watching some George Foreman tapes, and you remember when George Foreman used to hurt somebody, like back off of him later in his career. The Jerry Cooney fight, it comes to mind. And I thought to myself in the corner, I said, shit, he must have been watching George Foreman let the guy, he wants to go punish him some more after he recovers. I thought that's what it was, really.
Joe, before the fight, did you go to Tyson Fury's dressing room? Did you guys have any words of advice to each other, or?
We was just on the way there, but we came to.
Before the fight.
Oh yeah, before the fight. Yeah. We went over and shook his hand and said hello to them guys there and wished them good luck and yeah. So.
How about you? Did he give you any words of advice?
Just told me well done and
got there just as the guy hit the cameras.
You've sparred Tyson Fury, and when Deontay Wilder landed that right hand, in my humble opinion, I thought the fight was over.
Everybody did.
Okay, so I'm leading into that, Joe Joyce. Did you think the fight was over based off of your rounds that you sparred with Tyson Fury and what he can and cannot take?
I thought it was very hard. I was just hoping because I know him. I spent time with him in the ring and I wanted him to win. So I was just I was hoping he got through that and he managed to hang on and avoid some further punishment, further punches, and managed to grab hold of him and get through the round and get his brains unscrambled for the next round. Yeah.
Wow. Well, it wasn't a next round; it was a 12th round. That's why it was just it was amazing to me because
deserves a lot of respect, doesn't he?
Great respect.
He, like the Undertaker coming off the floor, wasn't he?
You're a great PR man. I was telling Abel, Michael Moore didn't get up from that shot against George Foreman, and Tyson Fury did. Because Michael Moore was trying to get up, but his body wouldn't let him. You saw his eyes, but his body wouldn't let him.
Tyson had 3 years out the ring. That was him at 60%. I really do believe. I think 100%. I think Tyson wins. I thought he won tonight personally. I might be biased, but I believe he won the fight. But the draw is going to be a great rematch.
Draw is fair.
Also, he's a born and bred, traveller fighting man. So that's how he managed to get out from that. I think.
Speaking of the traveller, he's coming next. So thank you, Joe Joyce.